Kia ora koutou, welcome to this week's Friday Live. It's the end of another week and it's almost the end of another year, and that's what I want to talk about today. So we've only got 1 month left. My 2019 is coming to a close earlier than that. So I head off for my holidays to England on the 13th of December. So only 4 more weeks left of the year. And then I'm looking forward to going to spend time with my family at Christmas over in the UK. So I think when we get to this time of the year, it always feels like it's been a long year. And we tend to have a slump in energy, particularly in the Southern Hemisphere when we've just come off the back of winter, we're coming through spring, we haven't really had much of a break all year and we're hanging out for those summer breaks. And it can be hard sometimes to keep the energy going, to feel like we can survive to the end of the year without, to avoid burning out before the end of the year. But also we get that pressure of, I've only got 4 weeks left, or there's only 1 month left of the year and I've still got all this stuff to do. So how do we balance that? And it's also a good time of the year when we come to the end of a year to reflect on what's gone this year. What is it that I can do now, a year later, that at the start of the year was out of reach? But also, what is it that I won't do this year that I'm going to actually carry forward for next year? And this was true when I sat and reflected this time last year. There was something on my goals list that I hadn't achieved that I thought, it's putting too much pressure on myself to try and fit this in. This needs to be carried forward to 2019. And that goal was putting on my first retreat, which I've just squeezed into 2019 by launching last week. And so I'd encourage you to have a reflect on the year that's gone as you come to the end of 2019, particularly picking out the things that have gone well for you, the successes, but also looking at the journey so far and how far you've come and what is it that you do now that perhaps wasn't within reach when we looked at the start of 2019. And of course, what are we not going to do? Because we have only got 1 month left, what are we not going to do that we will carry forward to 2020? Because that's a clean slate. We've got a whole new year ahead of us about to start as we flip over from December to January. And that's exciting. So it's a combination of looking back and looking forward and balancing that striving and those goals with our own sustainability and what it is we want to achieve. And so on that point, I want to talk a little bit about the plans for 2020 that are ahead and the things that I'm going to be doing, because I'm really excited about some stuff that's coming, and a lot of it is in the first quarter of the new year. So I want to talk to you about that. I've mentioned the retreat already. You'll have seen that. It started to fill up and it's happening in April, so I'm really excited about that. First time I've done this as well, and great to have achieved that goal after a year of planning it. As well as that, obviously we have International Women's Day in March. Throughout that week, so the first week of March, throughout that week I'm going to be doing some lunchtime sessions in Wellington CBD, also some events in Auckland, to share some of the best stuff that I've offered over the last couple of years, specifically over International Women's Day. But before that, once I get back from the UK in January and February, I'm looking at an imposter syndrome summer school. So this is kind of, if you've been to my imposter syndrome workshops, perhaps you've looked at the videos online, you may even have downloaded the free guide. So imposter syndrome summer school is 6 weeks, once a week for 6 weeks, where we deep dive into this material, but we also get to share our own experiences, and you get that ongoing motivation and coaching around handling our own imposter syndrome. So really that practicality and bringing it to life. As well as that, where imposter syndrome is concerned, something that's close to my heart is, as a woman in business and with a lot of friends who are also women in business, I'm launching the Imposter Syndrome for Entrepreneurs workshops, and that's going to be happening in February 2020. So if you're a woman in business and you often doubt that you are as good as people think, then this is going to be great for you. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then, of course, I've got the launch of my third book, which actually I haven't written yet, but I am in progress. So I find that when you set yourself a deadline, even if it's a self-imposed deadline, you then work back from that and you're more likely to get the stuff done. So I'm writing that. The launch is planned for May. So that's my self-imposed deadline. And that's when the Superwoman book, which hasn't got its final title yet, will be coming out live for you. And so pre-sales will be available in 2020 for that too. And as well as that, there's a couple of conferences I'm going to be speaking at in the new year. And Women Supporting Women is going to try and get more accessibility. So women supporting women we've had in Wellington, we've had in Auckland. I want to take it wider in New Zealand, and that's probably going to look like a bit of an online platform so that we can share it with more people, reach more people, and have more women get involved. So there'll be more of that to come in 2020. Excited about sharing that with you. And it sounds like a lot, but 2020 is a whole year, and I'm looking forward to building on the success of 2019 and bringing you this stuff in 2020. So give me your feedback. Let me know what you've enjoyed this year. Let me also know what you want to see next year. Maybe there's some stuff I haven't mentioned that you're thinking, oh, I wish you'd do that. Please let me know, because I'm all about planning in 2020 and seeing what happens, and I'm excited to do that. But for now, I have 4 weeks left of 2019 before I go on my holidays. That's going to go really quick, and there's still some stuff I'm working on. And yeah, I would encourage you to take a reflection on your 2019, plan for your 2020, remember to celebrate your successes, and try and get to the end of the year without feeling like you're burning out, so that you actually enjoy your summer breaks rather than getting sick and having to use those to recover. Have a great weekend. Mā te wā.